community. We have most of the rest of the board behind us, minus 2 people. Very quickly, Tobias, Fabio, Tom, and Jim. And we're going to try and wrap this beast up. So, going to go through a little bit about OWASP, a little bit about why we're here, what's going to happen if we don't conquer this beast of security, and expose you a little bit to the OWASP community. How many of you this is your first exposure to OWASP? There we go, a fair number. Hopefully we see you back again, and this was a good experience. So let's just dive right on in. So first of all, you know where you're at, AppSec Denver. Amazing event. We have these events all over the world. We have one in Japan, we have them in Europe, all over the US. A fantastic time here, and many thanks to everyone that went into planning it. But why does the OWASP community exist? Why are we at these conferences? Why in your day jobs, and perhaps night jobs or evenings, are you concerned about security? For one, it's super cool. I mean, it's an awesome job. I don't know how many of you have gone to a bar, someone says, what do you do? And you're like, well, I'm a hacker. It's actually kind of cool. But the reason we're doing this is because if we don't, we're going to be in big trouble. These stats don't show a good trend for security. And perhaps that's because we're not good enough, I don't know. But I think the problem is big, and that's one of the challenges. So just a couple numbers. And any statistics are tough to put your finger on, but we can look at them all individually and get a picture of what's going on. So according to the Ponymon report on the cost of cybercrime, 26% increase from 2012 to 2013 in cybercrime cost to companies. If you are to measure cost to individual, again, a tricky thing to measure directly, but a 50% increase. So the way we do measure it, what we have at our disposal, 50% increase is, again, a huge problem. And this is also very interesting, the cost per breach record. So it's hard to put your finger on losses, but there are studies for mid-size losses. So for the mid-size of losses that take place, you can benchmark at $180 per record. A lot of people ask me, how do we justify security spending? And that's one of the many ways. The opportunity cost of a breach is one thing, but also the hard dollars. Just take your user database record count, multiply by 180. For a mid-sized breach, that is a potential number we're talking about. That number goes up very quickly. The other thing at play, and what we've talked about a lot over the last couple of days, the majority, or the single largest culprit of how data is lost is from hacking. 2 different studies put that at 50% of the source for those attacks. So Verizon Data Breach Report and datalossdb.org. Now there's a lot of other tiny things, 5% here from a lost backup tape, a lost USB drive or laptop, but the single largest factor is hacking. And I don't believe the slide is in here with the information, but it's not that you have insiders that are taking your data and you just need to do more background checks. I believe Verizon put the number around 90%. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a high number of the attacks that come outside of the organization. And I've made this analogy before, but when you're sitting at your house, at home, you may have thought about whether or not you put bars on your windows. And maybe you've never thought about it because you live in a nice neighborhood, and the people that could harm you in your home are not nearby. But that doesn't hold up on the internet. On the internet, the worst people are always your neighbors. And so you always have the biggest problem of anyone attacking you, trying to break into your site. Interestingly, the people that are compromising our sites, that are breaking into our homes, so to speak, they're not parachuting out of the sky and falling through the chimney. They're not coming in from the basement of the next door neighbor and digging through. They're walking in the front door because we left it open. The Verizon Data Breach Report showed 75% of the attacks were considered opportunistic. We're not even doing the fundamentals. So we can make strides, huge strides, by just having comprehensive approaches to security where we understand the fundamentals and apply those rigorously and uniformly across our applications. Now, after we do that, there's no doubt that we need to think about the more advanced situations. But let's do the basics and move forward from there in a nice regimented fashion. And what if we fail? What if these numbers keep going up? Children will be sad. No, I mean, the internet is essentially, a function of life. And you can think back to 20, 25 years ago when you had to go to your Encyclopedia Britannica, and if you were me, it was from 1950, and that was my source of information. But that's no longer. The internet is our world. We live our life both in person and online, and that's not going to change with the Internet of Things, taking every element of our life online. And so if we cannot create an environment where the internet is trusted in any fashion, where there's rampant fraud, rampant compromise, where anything you put on the web becomes stolen for all to see, we'll be in a lot of trouble. So, should we end on doom and gloom? No, so let's think about the community. The OWASP community, the security community for application security. We are, as many know, a nonprofit organization. We're worldwide. We are fighting the fight of making application security visible, so you understand what you're doing, so you can make trade-offs with risk, so you can employ the best-of-breed technology. I should drink. That was like a buzzword there. Sorry. But, so we can all work together to make a more secure web for everyone. So a little bit about the facts of OWASP. If you know anything about projects, we have a ton of different projects where anyone can use the OWASP platform to start as a baseline to access resources, expertise, talented folks around the world to help them. And we have 168 different active projects right now. And we're also doubling down on the quality and the rigor of those projects with some great community efforts. One who's mentioned in here a few times is Johanna. She's working to do a lot of great things to help our projects. And then all of our project leaders pushing that forward. There's a very interesting thing I see in OWASP where people say, why don't you just do this? Well, actually, OWASP is here for everyone to do whatever it is you want to do. Experiment on the platform, make progress, try new ideas. The great things will rise to the top and people will join you. We have chapters all over the world in over 100 countries. So depending on where you're from, just look up on the wiki and find a chapter. 218 of them around the world. That's a pretty amazing way to influence the community security for everyone. We have 43,000 or so participants between conferences like this, training events, mailing lists, reach. So we're reaching a large number of people so we can get these amazing ideas out to everyone we can. We also have citations in different standards, different government regulation documents, 88 and growing. Academic supporters, over 100 of those that are trying to bring application security and OWASP ideals into their programs. As a nonprofit, we're also able to do this because of generous funding from both corporations, individual members, and fundraising opportunities such as this. So 60 corporate members support OWASP and let us continue to hold these great events and support, keep the lights on, so to speak. Also, if you're interested in OWASP as an organization, you can become a member of OWASP and vote. So in the upcoming elections in just a few weeks, we'll be voting in 3 board members, so 3 of the positions are coming up. We also have committees on a benefit. We operate a little bit in the NPR model where, of course, everything we have is free, but you can donate, help the mission, help the cause, and then also have a vote in the upcoming elections. So I want to call out a few of our projects that are making headway. Again, 168 projects, so we'll spend about 10 minutes on each. We'll leave around 9 p.m. Brace yourselves. No. We have a couple that we'll highlight, and by no means are we covering them all. We did have a project summit here this week where a bunch of project leaders gathered together. We also had a similar one in the Europe event in this past June. So if you've not heard about application ASVS, the Application Security Verification Standard, just released version 2.0. It establishes different levels and provides a basis for testing and verifying security controls across the environment. And each of these slides, there is a link at the bottom, so if you do happen to capture a screenshot, you can go there. These will be available later. But these are some great projects that will really help your organizations if you want to check them out. We have 12 different projects participating in the OWASP Winter of Code. We're going to work with students from different universities, give them real-life experience contributing to these open source projects, and also help those projects go further. So between the Winter of Code, the Google Summer of Code, we're doing big outreaches to help bring the next generation of programmers, developers, security people into OWASP and give them the skills they can be successful. The App Sensor project released version 2.0. This is the result of a lot of efforts. Many people, including Colin Watson, John Melton, and others, many others, helped make this a reality. So I love this project, of course. This is one I started many years ago. But it's all about letting your application detect attackers before they do badness to you and getting rid of them from your systems. Also, the testing guide, version 4 released. And while you can't read it on the right, that's kind of intentional. All of those little squiggly lines are people that contributed to the testing guide. So we really are serious. These are open source. If you like something or you don't like something, jump on in and help out. That's the easiest way to make an influence. And that's an amazing number of people that helped out on the testing guide. And one of the board members who's not here, Owen excuse me, was a monumental effort in this, as well as many other people. And lastly, has anyone used a web proxy to attack a website before? Perfect, perfect. If you have used tools such, well, there's several out there. But if you've not used Zap, that is an awesome one to try out. One of OWASP's big projects. It's actively maintained by a ton of people. The screenshot I chose to put in here was not of Zap itself, but of the bugs and the enhancements. And I think that ID says 1,300. There's a massive number of people working on this project and helping it grow with new code, very much in the true spirit of open source. So a pretty awesome project to try out. I mentioned the summit. 9 different projects participated in that summit. And so they're all, again, getting new volunteers, growing, and moving forward for everyone. So I want to shift gears real quick, talk about OWASP as a community. You often hear about this nebulous group of OWASP, or this just big, huge entity, but you really don't put the names and the faces together. So I just wanted to give a brief kind of call out to different people you may have heard of or seen in the community. You can read the names or not, but you'll recognize the pictures. And these people are all doing great things. Yep, there's my so lots of greatness all over the world. Here's a few more. Oh, wow. And I also want to call out an often underrepresented group, the machine behind the machine. It's always interesting how many employees you think, oh, it's not many. We don't have hundreds of people that are paid to just go swarm this or swarm that. We've just got a handful. That's all of them on the screen. And these people do amazing work. And so just wanted to give a moment to give them the credit they deserve for everything they do behind the scenes. And again, it's hidden there a little bit, but a brief highlight of the 42,000 participants in the community. No way to capture them all. And there's tons of people that aren't listed up there that just do amazing things. I mean, with 40-some thousand people, they're just everywhere. But it's for those of you that have been for many years, you might remember different outings all over the world, from Tokyo to Portugal to Poland to different parts of the US. It's a pretty amazing community to essentially grow with year after year. A few other things to point out. OWASP made a big splash earlier this year, and we won an award from SC Magazine, won the Editor's Choice Award. And a few quotes that I pulled out of the we won this award for its ongoing support of the development and maintenance of secure web applications, for efforts in offering tools and education materials to developers and other security professionals, and for greatly aiding in furthering the advancement of web application security. So it's pretty cool that this kind of grassroots nonprofit organization that just keeps trying to fight the good fight is really starting to make that splash, get recognized. We had a handful of us from the board. We all put on the tux. Some of us, we looked okay, so to speak. But we had to that award on behalf of OWASP, and it really was an amazing accomplishment, for everyone in the community. So if you liked this event, there's lots more things all over the US and around the world. Just over the next few months, we have multiple regional events taking place from Texas, a little bit further, not too far, Romania. Then you can swing up to Germany, drop down into Ghana, and then in sunny California in January. And you'll hear a couple more times, but this is the OWASP AppSecUSA event, of course, for 24. Next one in Europe is going to be in May in Amsterdam, and following that, the next USA event will be in San Francisco. There's lots of ways to be a part. If you want to dive into the technical details, join a project, critique something, enhance it, jump on the wiki. A lot of people, I've had someone emails me, hey, you made this article on the wiki, can I edit it? Yes, That's why it's a wiki. So if you see something on the wiki you could make better, just jump right in. You don't need to ask anybody for permission. Just jump in and make it better. That's why it's great. There's lots of other ways in the foundation, too. You can run for the board. We're voting in just a few weeks, so you have to look for next year. You can be a leader of a chapter. If you have one already in your area, help them out, or start your own. Start a new project, join one that exists, or even explore that help make OWASP great in very targeted areas as well. Two of our board members are featured on the screen. One of them, he had to jet back. Tom is here, so that's Owen and Tom. They have been on the board for many years. Let's see, 2007? Yep, and Owen was 2009. And this is the end of their terms on the board. They are stopping their volunteer efforts. So we don't give much credit to ourselves very often, and I really wanted to call them out for years of volunteer service. This is no small effort, and that's pretty awesome. So. Nice job, Tom. Jumping back into all of us here in Denver, time to thanks all people that made this event possible too. So, a list of some of the people that made it amazing, and there's 40 more on top of that. For the Code Brew competition, Brad Carveo, yeah, I'll say it that way, for the volunteer coordination, Chris Campbell for capture, Rob Jepson, tons of work on outreach, Jonathan is it Marcel? I think it's Marcel. Yeah, great. Who is streaming this and cap typos. And Shannon Major for the merchandise store. And on top of that, these events are not an easy thing to do. 40 more people and countless others helping in many different ways. So thanks for all of your efforts in making this amazing. And a few of the heavy hitters. Are they here, though? They might be scrambling to finish things up. Mark? Steve? Shannon? Come on up. Come on up here, guys. Oh, the great divide. Wow. Wow. So, just a small token, but I mean, really, you can never really give a gift to represent all of the effort you put into this. Again, a total volunteer effort because you believe in making security a great thing, for advancing OWASP, for giving this information to everyone. It's really fantastic, and I can't imagine, except for I might actually experience, but at this point, I can't imagine the amount of time that put into it, and I believe as a family effort even, if I understand right. So, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Mark? Jim? Steve? Thanks. Well, I would say that I said I was going to keep it brief, but I didn't. I'm saying it now. So we'll just sort of wrap up this portion and then dive into the final wrap-ups. But again, another call out to where you can do the next great event. If you did Amsterdam, that application security from a major OWASP conference. So that seems like a good business justification. Amsterdam looks great. There's a few pictures there. Is that Martin? Is that you? Yep, you'll be up here and we'll do it again. Martin's going to amass an amazing team for that. And I decided that I have free time. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm going to be planning this event with a wonderful team in the Bay Area. I'll be in San Francisco next year. I love San Francisco. I live there. I think you'll enjoy it too. So I hope to see all of you there next year. And we didn't really have a nice wrap-up slide until just a moment ago when someone gave us just a nice quote that Tom correctly said, why don't we use that? So thank you, and have thank you. So I believe is going to do the next thing. Is that right, Mark? I think so. That looks like a yes.
So I apologize in advance for my laptop VGA. We're going to go in black and white. A lot of these slides are pretty much the same as Michael just had, only black and white. Before we thank all of the attendees for coming out. It's been a real show of support for OWASP as a foundation. You guys are what's driving this forward. As Michael was alluding to, this is a volunteer-run, not just organization, but community. And we all come and we do amazing things. If you look at the body of the projects that OWASP puts out, and if you look at how widely adopted a lot of these things are, OWASP is a household name in cybersecurity. And how do we do that with just a handful of employees? Well, it's all of you, and you come out and you show your support, and it's through your efforts that we're able to continue on with all the projects and all the chapters and everything else. So thank you sincerely from this side here. And then our sponsors, again, I've been thanking them every time I see them, but it's absolutely amazing all the efforts that they've put in. It's just terrific. They've got a lot of great products. They've got a lot of great people. I hope that you all got out there and you were able to talk to them, have some great conversations. We talked about the volunteers teams a little bit. I've been working with a team off and on of people coming in and out of 40 to 50 people. It's been about a year and a half in the making to bring this conference together. It's been an amazing team with just wonderful individuals. People who have been throughout that year and a half helping out, people who came together just within the last month or within the last week to show their support. And they've done a terrific job. We already applauded for them, but I'd like to recognize them again if that's all right. So we have a couple events we've talked about. You guys are going to see some of these slides again, like I said, in black and white. We've got lots of local conferences that are coming up. So just next month, we've got several going on. The Boston one, LastCon, which is a huge and fantastically fun conference down in Austin, and the Romania conference, and then going on through the rest of the year. Wow, LastCon's even got their 2015 schedule. It's terrific. Martin, oh, it's changing for me, but not for you guys. That's very interesting.
This slide's pretty good.
All right, let's try that again. Okay, I'm Mark Major, and I'd like to thank you all for coming out. All right, there are the local ones. Martin, did you want to say a couple of words about AppSecEU, wherever he's at?
So, the great thing about AppSecEU is this time it's will be organized by 3 chapters, actually, the Belgium, the Netherlands, and the Luxembourg chapter. We have a lot of stuff planned. So get a mic. Retro gaming coming up, so people can relax by retro gaming. We need a mic? Yeah. I like the shout. Okay, so the conference will be different. It will be organized by actually 3 chapters: the Dutch, the Belgium, and the Luxembourg chapter. Amsterdam, of course, is a great city to be and to learn about app security and other security stuff, probably. I hope everybody will be able to travel home by himself afterwards. We have a lot of cool stuff going on along the conference. We will have retro gaming, so when you have to reset your brain, you can go back and play 80s, 90s games. We have, of course, Tool will be there, so you can lockpick, try your skills there. And I heard we will have a Lego robot challenge as well. We will have the university challenge, I think I do in Europe quite frequently every year. So that will be really, really cool. So we have students learning about security development. I don't pay attention to the slides, sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with you.
Okay, it's just great. We have Backrowd coming also to Europe, so it will be Backrowd in the first European AppSec conference. So it will be a lot of fun, packed in 4 days, 2 training days, 2 conference days. And Amsterdam is a great city. So we have the advantage, we have an international hub, so it's very easy to get to the Netherlands. It's a 15 minutes train ride to get to the venue. We have hotels around, we have a great old city. So we're looking now for the venue, so it's great. And bring your wife, or girlfriends, because we will have boat trips and whatever planned for them as well. So we will keep you busy for 2 days, and you don't want to leave afterwards.
Thanks, Martin. You look so serious in your profile picture here. It's kind of scary. All right, and event coming up in San Francisco next year. So we're 12 months out. They're already well underway with their planning, and it's not too late, or it's not too early to start signing up. They have registration open, and hey, look at that. There's a discount code, but it's going to expire soon. So if you guys liked what you saw here in Denver, I'm sure that they're going to take it up one notch higher and do all sorts of great stuff. Michael, where should I go if I want to learn more or register?
Nope. Oh, there we are. Yeah, there's the website, 2015appsecusa.org. Yeah, if you register before November 1, so a lot of you guys know you're going to go either way, so save a few bucks. And San Francisco is a great place. I might have mentioned that. One of the things I do in my spare time is eat, and I eat a lot. So we'll have good food, we'll have good recommendations, lots of fun things at the event, tons of developers, security. It's going to be a pretty amazing time. So I hope to see all of you there.
Yeah, San Francisco is a beautiful city. Look at those blue skies and the... Okay, so we're giving out some prizes. I have all the prizes out here, but if you guys can bear with me, I'm going to start hauling stuff in. We've got the passport prizes to give away. We've also got some Code Brew stuff. I think I need maybe 5 minutes to start getting them in here. So if you guys can stay tight, stay put and sit tight and get some giveaways. And you have to be present to win, so looking around, you guys, I think, have good odds, so thanks for sticking it out. If you, we've got the box. It might still be at the registration desk if you can get there before me. Make your way up, and we can start by queuing you up, and we'll get through your prizes. Anybody's here? I see one person standing up. Anybody from? Sure. Yeah.
The software assurance marketplace, and we're giving away a 42-inch television because we don't want to haul it back to Wisconsin. Okay?
Government surplus.
And the lovely Irene shall draw. What?
Siam Lu? Siam?
That's you! TV's right back here. Yep.
Who's next? You gotta call the next one.
Hi everyone. So we are from Green SQL and we're gonna give Hero 5, almost 5, and Beats Mixer, which are the new ones. Please, something? That one? Oh, you're so kind. Okay, so you're gonna draw?
I can draw if you want.
Okay.
All right.
No, not this one. Put it back. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Okay, so the first one goes to Ryder Lamb, recruiting coordinator.
Credit Karma?
God damn it. Sorry. Okay.
I guess we do another one.
Well, I guess we do another one.
No one, Ryder Lamb?
No?
All right, next.
Exactly. Next. Well, this is for the hero.
Hasman Mustaba?
Hasman Mustaba.
Hasman Mustaba.
Hasamin.
From HomeAway?
Keep it going.
All right.
Faster, faster.
What do we got?
Blue Infi. We got Amish Saha. Yeah, right. We need an ID and a blood test. Come on, you can get something.
Seriously? W. Burr? W. Burke.
Burke, Lancaster. God damn it, we're taking them back. Okay, TJT.
TJ Kwan? TJT Kwan?
From Faso.
From Fasu. No one, really?
Okay, I'm gonna just.
Does anyone else have a business card they want to throw in here? Seriously.
It's gonna.
Who's got a business card? Bring it up. You can.
Read that.
Mike Eisenman. Mike Eisenman?
Woo!
Hey, we got a winner.
Mike Eisenman. An ID? No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
There you go.
Welcome. This is the Hero 3. Come on, some claps for Mike. He worked really hard. He tried his best to do that. Okay. Thank you. Hey, put mine back here. Yeah, exactly. Dr. Yi Young from Playlocity.
Paylocity.
Woo!
All right.
And Mike?
Bring it on up here.
Sure. Yeah.
Hi, this is from CodeDX. We have a iPad mini. So first, lucky, let's see. Collector Solutions, Heath Gardner. Wow, it's 101, that was perfect.
Isn't that easy?
That was great.
I got much better at mine.
You
I
did.
learned it.
Thank you. Awesome.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm from Sonatype, and we have one of the drawings that's in the overall OWASP Passport program, and thought we'd give you a little sampling of how it works. This is the remote-controlled drone with the camera. We'll see if Garrett is, he has told me he is a master drone flyer. You can win this and spy on the spires. And if you do win it, make sure you practice. I've heard it's really requires practice. Don't be nervous. All right, so let's see who's going to win. Don't hit the mic. All right, so the winner is, if you're here, oh my God. It does say Garrett. Is your last name Emox? So for volunteering to fly for us, do you want a second one of these? Because you have one at home. Shall I draw another name, or do you want it? All right. No, I'm happy to give it to him. Yeah? Garrett's the man. All right, there you go. At least we know he's not going to endanger anyone.
Don't break it, Joe.
Already done.
Nice job, man.
Got
Sure,
the right
it's
number.
yours. It's yours.
I don't have a way to get it back, so. Come on. Are you kidding? It flies.
What can you trade for a drone? It's a new game. Who wants a drone? Drone over here. Negotiation starts. What do you got for the drone? How much for the drone? Coffee. Coffee for the drone. Full coffee for the drone. Whatever you'd like to do.
Do we figure out the drone situation? I'm just going to stand here and wait. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, I'd like to take a step back and actually do the Code Brew winners. So we have 3 prizes that we're giving out. I don't know if they're all here. You don't need to be present to win these. We had 3 competitions. One was the People's Choice. This went to, I have to tally it up. And it's on both sides of the paper. So this, and they're all abbreviated in a funny way. This is the Hibiscus Wit was the winner. Do we have the brewer of the Hibiscus Wit here? No? All right. Well, they're going to win a $100 gift card to northernbrewer.com. Okay. We had the most sampled, and that went to. This went to California Bear. Is Bobby Jane still here? No, I think she took off. She also gets that. How about, so this is for Best of Show. The prize here is going to be a keg bot. You provide the kegerator, and this is all sorts of, there's an Android tablet PC that comes with it, and then all the electronics that will tell you how much beer is left. You can push a button, and it will dispense exactly a pint. It's beautiful. I love it. I have one. The Best of Show the smoked vanilla porter. Nobody here. Hopefully you guys tried it. It was delicious. Okay, back to the passports. First, we've got a few signed copies of our 2 morning keynotes. So let's start with a couple from Gary McGraw, a couple signed books. Is Brian Johnson here? Is Bala here? The books are heavy, the box is light, the box is coming to me. How about Steve Railsback? All right. Yeah, thank you. The other Gary McGraw book goes to Leah Stevens. No? Mark McLaughlin. The one on top. All right, now for Bruce Schneier's books. Matthew Lang. Raghu Saraf. All right. And the second Bruce Schneier book. Robert Zaslavsky. Yeah. Okay, we've got a bunch of YubiKeys, which are in about 1 million different layers of wrapping. Yeah, thank you. Omar Aldahir. This person collected all the stamps and did not put their name on. Any no name? Who's the anonymous paranoid? Thank you. So a YubiKey is a cool way of authenticating. There's a little button on there. Submit a really, really long. It's and you will wonder how you lived without it. Sorry? I believe they were, but I've littered the floor with it. All but one. Does that imply that they got that from all but one sponsor? I detect treachery.
I got all the stamps in my name.
Okay. No, it's... Did you hit every sponsor? All right. That's okay. Next one, I think I might have more YubiKeys than I've got stuff in here, so let's move on to some bigger prizes. How about? Control Alt Hack is a fun card game. that has to do with hacking in some manner. It's a lot of fun. James Johnson. Sean Tooley. Ankit Gupta. Another blank one. This one has different colors and it looks like it's been hit by all of the sponsors. No name. Renelle Francis. Okay, let's do another couple YubiKeys. Barbie. No name. All right, let's do a couple sponsor ones. Qualis here. Is it a yes or you're from Qualis? No. This, oh wow. Muthu Balaraman. And we have a second one from Checkmarks going to Siva Yamareddy. Yeah, Reddy. Siva's here. Is there anybody from MazTech here? Okay. MazTech. Zach Giesen, you are the proud winner of something by Apple. Oh, cool. Huh. Apple TV. Somebody from HP? All right, a Dropcam Pro from our generous HP sponsors goes to Chen Kai Gao. Some Beats headphones from Checkmarks. Anybody from Checkmarks here want to give it away? We'll just keep moving. Ryan Hogan. A GoPro Hero 3 from Veracode. Anybody from Veracode here? Mahindra Shellar. An HDMI cable. I think this was with the box. We can give it away. Anybody want an HDMI cable? Priya, would you like an HDMI cable? Priya? How about we give Priya the other Hero 3? This is courtesy of Tenable. So we've still got some UB. R. Saman, that's not the pronunciation. Kamal? Yes. Another UB key to Sean Matheson. Another UB key to Himanshu Caps. Another one to Brad Sparks. He is here. He's working in the merchandise store right now. We'll just. Only 2 left after Brad. Great. Laura Nissen. Andrew Thompson. Okay, last 2. If you haven't gotten anything, your odds have gone up. I think half this room has gotten. Let's start off with a Nexus 7. Stephen Kvar. And the iPad mini goes to Brian Batty. I'm out of stuff. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Thank you for USA, a huge success. I hope to see you all back in San Francisco next year.